There's one chapter in my book, The Joy of English, that everyone seems to react really positively to, and that is chapter 1, and my recommendation to banish the word very from everything you say and write. Now, people love the word very, they just can't get enough of it, and it is perhaps the most overused word in the English language. It is definitely the most overused booster word. But I'm here to tell you, you can remove the word very in almost every single instance with no change in meaning. It is also a problematic word because it often dilutes or takes away from the meaning a user actually intends it to be. One example would be very brief. Brief is already a very short period of time, brief. So what is very brief? Another example would be very resistant or even very central. Something is either central or it's not central, or it's resistant or it's not resistant. So how can it be very resistant or very central? Take, for example, very see-through. She's wearing a very see-through top. Well, it's either see-through or it's not see-through. But if it's very see-through, what does that mean? Words like these binary words, it's something either is or it isn't, don't need the word very in front of them. Let's say you want to describe something like a very big house. Well, it's either a big house, or if it's a very big house, then maybe it's an enormous house or a gigantic house. The same is true of you have very small feet. Then it would be better to say you have tiny feet. One other point is that using very, why not say you have very, very small feet? Or even very, 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 very small feet. How many verys can one add? I get it. Very is such an ingrained word. We use it almost without thinking. Very this, very that, very everything. Use your instincts to resist. This will strengthen with time. Now, there is one area where you can, for instance, get away with saying very, and that would be something like saying that very problem, or that very point that I was trying to make, or that very dress worn by a celebrity. In those examples, very has a use of its own. Rather than being a booster word, it becomes an emphasis point in a way that when used with adjectives doesn't come across. So my top tip, chapter number 1, by stripping very from your vocabulary, you'll find yourself searching for words, new meanings, new ways to express yourself. And without even knowing it, you'll become a more effective communicator. And you might say that all of this is a very, 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 very good start. See you in the comments below.